Welcome to this new lesson of the course Self-Publishing with GenBookAI. Write and publish your book with AI. You've worked hard on your manuscript, revised the story, improved the narrative coherence, and structured the book effectively. Now, before proceeding with publication, it's time to take a crucial step. Get feedback from beta readers and refine your book based on the suggestions received. Many authors underestimate the importance of feedback, but having an outside perspective allows you to spot flaws that might escape the author himself. According to a study by the Self-Publishing School, books that are tested with beta readers and multiple feedback before publication are 47% more likely to get positive reviews and retain readers. In this lesson, you'll learn the importance of feedback in the revision phase, who are beta readers and how to find them, the best strategies for collecting and analyzing feedback, how to implement suggestions without losing your author voice, mistakes to avoid when receiving feedback, useful tools to manage feedback and improve your book effectively. By the end of the lesson, you will have the knowledge needed to use feedback strategically and refine your book before publishing. Why is feedback essential? Feedback is the best way to improve the quality of your book before presenting it to the public. It helps to identify plot holes and narrative inconsistencies. It offers an external and objective point of view. It allows you to test the pacing and effectiveness of the narrative. It prevents the book from being published with avoidable errors. Example: an author may think an action scene is compelling, but if multiple beta readers report that it is confusing or unclear, it needs to be rewritten for readability. Well-managed feedback can make the difference between a mediocre book and a bestseller. Who are beta readers and how to find them? Beta readers are people who read your book before publication and give you feedback and suggestions. They are not professional editors, but ordinary readers who represent the target audience. They give feedback on the plot, characters, style, and engagement. They are essential to understand how the book is perceived by real readers. How to find beta readers: writer groups on Facebook, Reddit, and self-publishing forums, reading communities like Wattpad and Goodreads, dedicated platforms like StoryOrigin, Booksprout, and BetaBooks. Ask trusted readers or members of your audience. Having diverse beta readers helps you get feedback from different perspectives. Strategies for collecting helpful feedback. To get effective feedback, you need to provide clear instructions to your beta readers. Ask them to focus on specifics, such as the pace of the story, the coherence of the characters, and the clarity of the ending. Avoid asking questions that are too general, such as, "Did you like it?" Prepare a feedback sheet with targeted questions. Example questions to ask beta readers: is the plot clear and engaging? Are there points where the story slows down or becomes confusing? Are the characters well developed and coherent? Is the ending satisfying or does it feel rushed? The more detailed the feedback, the more useful it will be to improve the book. How to implement feedback without losing your author voice. Not all suggestions need to be accepted, but it's important to distinguish constructive criticism from personal opinions. Analyze comments and look for patterns. If multiple people report the same issue, there's probably something that needs improvement. Make a list of suggested changes and evaluate them one by one. Don't change the book just to please everyone. Keep your original vision. Example: if 5 beta readers say a secondary character is underdeveloped, it might be useful to deepen their role. If only 1 reader says they don't like the protagonist, but the others find him interesting, it's probably just personal preference. Feedback should be a tool for improvement, not for distorting your story. Common mistakes to avoid. 1. Don't accept feedback out of pride. Remember that your goal is to improve the book, not defend every choice made. 2. change the book too much without a clear strategy. Making drastic changes without a logical analysis can make the story worse instead of better. 3. Ignoring your target audience. If you write a thriller and all your beta readers are fans of romance fiction, their feedback may not be relevant to your genre. Knowing how to handle feedback is one of the most important skills for a successful author. Useful tools for managing feedback. There are tools that can help you collect and organize feedback effectively. Google Forms, to create customized questionnaires for beta readers. Story Origin and Beta Books, to share your manuscript and manage feedback. Trello or Notion, to organize suggestions and plan changes. Using these tools will allow you to handle feedback in a professional and structured way. Lesson summary. Today we learned the importance of feedback in the revision phase, who are beta readers and how to find them, the best strategies for gathering useful feedback, how to implement suggestions without losing your authorial voice, common mistakes to avoid when managing feedback. Now that we've covered every step from writing to editing, plot building to climax, promotion, and sales tracking, it's time to tackle a key strategic issue in transforming you from a casual writer to a successful author, building an author brand and establishing a solid career in self-publishing. Author branding goes beyond writing a good book. It's about building a reputation, a unique identity, and an ongoing presence that will make readers not only buy your book, but follow you, engage with you, and look forward to your future releases. Numerous studies, including a Harvard Business Review study, have found that independent authors who invest in building their brand and a personal marketing strategy are 50% more likely to have loyal audiences and generate consistent sales over time. In this lesson, you'll learn what an author brand is and why it's essential in self-publishing, how to create a unique identity that distinguishes your work in the market, strategies for building a community of loyal readers and interacting with your audience, the importance of an effective online presence through a website, social media, and newsletter, how to use content marketing to attract new readers and retain existing ones, strategies for building a book catalog that generates synergies and increases earnings over time, common mistakes to avoid when building an author brand. By the end of this lesson, you will have the keys to transforming yourself into a recognized author and creating a lasting career in the world of self-publishing. What is an author brand and why is it important? The concept of author brand refers to the image and identity that you build around your figure as a writer. It's not just about your logo or cover design, but a set of values, styles, and communications that tell the story of who you are as an author and what your work stands for. A strong brand builds trust. When readers recognize an author and identify with their style, they are more likely to buy their books and recommend them to others. A distinctive brand differentiates your work in the crowded self-publishing market. With thousands of books available, having a clear and recognizable identity is essential to getting noticed. Building a brand also means creating a long-term relationship with readers. It's a process that goes far beyond publishing a single book. It's about building a career and a following. Practical example. Think of authors like Amanda Hocking, who has built a personal brand in the fantasy and paranormal genre, or Mark Dawson, who has invested heavily in marketing and community building. Both have turned their approach to writing into a sustainable business, leveraging digital channels, social media, and valuable content to build audience loyalty. A study conducted by Nielsen found that 67% of readers are influenced by the author's reputation when choosing a book. This means that building a strong brand not only helps sell the current book, but opens the door to a long-term career where each new publication benefits from the trust built over time. Building your author brand identity. To create an effective author brand, you must first clearly define who you are and what your work represents. This process requires introspection and a well-thought-out strategy. 1. Define your voice and style. Your narrative voice is the distinctive trait that differentiates you from other authors. Guiding questions. What tone do you use in your writing? Is your style more formal, colloquial, or poetic? What themes and values consistently emerge in your books? Example. If your style is direct and minimalist, like Hemingway's, you might want to position yourself as an author of intense and concise stories. If you prefer a more narrative and detailed approach, you could take inspiration from authors like Stephen King or Haruki Murakami, but with your own personal touch. 2. Choose your genre and market niche. The genre you write in is an integral part of your brand. Guiding questions. Which genre resonates most with you and your style? Who is the target readership you want to address? How can you innovate within your genre to stand out? Example. If you write suspense novels, you could differentiate yourself by introducing psychological or mystical elements that enrich the narrative and create a unique identity. 3. Build your online image. An online presence is essential to building your brand. Tools and strategies. Personal website. Create a site that features your bio, portfolio, and a blog where you can share updates, behind-the-scenes content, and writing tips. Social media. Choose the platforms that best suit your audience, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and maintain a constant and consistent presence. Newsletter. Build a mailing list to communicate directly with your readers, offering exclusive content, updates, and promotions. Example. An author who publishes young adult novels could use Instagram to share quotes, curiosities about the creative process, and interact with fans through stories and live broadcasts, creating an active and loyal community. 4. Create valuable and in-depth content. Becoming a point of reference in your genre requires creating content that goes beyond the simple promotion of your books. Strategies. Write articles, guides, or tutorials on writing. Participate in podcasts or webinars where you share your expertise. Collaborate with other authors and influencers to increase your visibility. Example. Mark Dawson, a well-known thriller author, runs a YouTube channel and a blog where he provides practical advice on how to write and promote books. This type of content strengthens his brand and attracts readers and aspiring authors. Building a community of readers. A successful author brand doesn't just sell books, it creates a real community. Readers need to feel part of a group, participate, and interact. 1. Social media interaction. Engage your readers with questions, polls, and discussions. Strategies. Regularly post updates on your creative process. Ask for feedback and opinions on the themes you cover in your books. Organize live broadcasts and Q&A sessions to answer readers' questions. Example. A historical fiction author can share historical trivia and background that isn't in the book, sparking conversation and interest. 2. Hosting online and offline events. Attend or host events such as webinars, online presentations, or reader meetings. Strategies. Host a virtual launch for your book. Partner with local bookstores for book signings. Attend book fairs and literary conferences. Example. Indie authors often host Zoom events to showcase their book and answer readers' questions live, creating a sense of community and belonging. 3. Using email marketing. A well-managed newsletter is a great way to keep your audience engaged and build reader loyalty. Strategies. Offer exclusive content to subscribers, such as bonus chapters, previews, or special discounts. Send regular updates on your work and upcoming releases. Use email marketing to build a personal relationship with your readers. Example: many self-publishing authors offer a free ebook or an exclusive excerpt as an incentive to sign up for their newsletter, thus increasing audience engagement and loyalty. Common mistakes to avoid in brand building. 1. Lack of consistency in communication. Your online presence must be uniform. The style, tone, and messages must reflect the identity you want to communicate. 2. Being too promotional. Your audience doesn't just want to be bombarded with sales messages. Offer valuable content and create authentic relationships. 3. Not engaging with the community. A strong brand is also built through dialogue. Ignoring readers' comments and feedback can damage your reputation. 4. Changing your identity and strategy. Too many times. Consistency is key. Constantly changing your image or message can confuse your audience and undermine trust in your brand. Avoiding these mistakes will help you build a solid and recognizable brand over time. Tools and techniques to build your brand. To facilitate the construction of your author brand, there are numerous digital tools and strategies that can make the process more effective and organized. 1. Creating a personal website. A professional website is the centerpiece of your online presence. What to include? Detailed bio that tells your story as an author. Portfolio of your books and links to purchase. Blog to share original content, updates, and behind the scenes on the writing process. Helpful tools: WordPress, Wix, Squarespace. 2. Social media management. Managing social media strategically is essential to building an active community. Techniques: scheduled posts using tools like Buffer or Hootsuite. Analyze data to understand which content generates the most engagement. Maintain constant communication with your audience, responding to comments and questions. 3. Email marketing. Building an email list is essential to maintain direct contact with your readers. Helpful tools: MailChimp ConvertKit. Strategies: offer exclusive content or bonuses to encourage subscriptions. Send regular newsletters with updates, promotions, and behind-the-scenes writing. 4. Collaboration and networking. Connecting with other authors and influencers in the industry can expand your visibility. Techniques: join groups and forums for writers on Facebook, Reddit, and LinkedIn. Collaborate to write guest posts or participate in podcasts and webinars. Helpful tools: LinkedIn for professional networking. 5. Data analysis. Monitor your brand's performance with analytics tools to understand what works and what doesn't. Useful tools: Google Analytics for the website, Facebook and Instagram, insights to monitor engagement on social media. Practical exercise. Now let's put into practice what you have learned to build your brand as an author. 1. Create a branding sheet. Define your mission as an author, your values, and the key message you want to communicate. List the distinctive elements of your writing style and the genre in which you operate. 2. Plan your website and your presence on social media. Draw a website map with the main sections: biography, portfolio, blog, contacts. Establish an editorial calendar for social media posts. 3. Prepare a launch newsletter. Draft a welcome message that introduces yourself and your journey as a writer. Offer an incentive, e.g., a free sample or bonus ebook to encourage signups. 4. Seek collaborations. Identify at least 3 authors or influencers in your genre with whom you could collaborate. Write a short introductory email to propose a collaboration or guest post exchange. Spend some time reviewing and refining your branding plan. Take a few days to test ideas and gather feedback from your circle of readers or fellow authors. The goal is to create a consistent and recognizable image that will accompany you in all your future publications. Lesson Summary. Today we learned what it means to build an author brand and why it is essential in self-publishing, how to define your identity, your voice, and your message, essential elements to differentiate yourself in the market, strategies for building an effective online presence, including website, social media, email marketing, and networking, how to create valuable content and build a community of loyal readers, useful tools to manage and analyze your digital presence and strengthen your brand. Building an author brand is not an overnight process. It requires consistency, strategy, and the ability to adapt to the needs of the market and your audience. With a strong brand, each of your books will benefit from a solid base of readers who recognize your style and eagerly await your new publications. Thanks for following this lesson. See you next time.